Ladies and gentlemen, A and Deviants, welcome back to Quest for Competence, you junior adventurers. As you may or may not realize, John Hartness has suffered a tragic accident. It's okay. He's hanging in there. He was adjusting his bookshelf, and as we all know, that's a dangerous thing to do without supervision because there's heavy books on the top. Well, apparently he put a Drew Hayes book up at the very top of his shelf, the hardback, super powered year four.
Oh my
And
god.
as we all, I mean, that thing's been proven to be able to kill a
No.
charging rhinoceros. It fell off and hit John dead in the face. Now he's a Bubba. My boy's a hoss, and he is hanging in there. But he is currently in the battling the Grim Reaper himself, playing Magic the Gathering. Because as we all know, if you can defeat the Grim Reaper in a game of your choosing, you can come back to life. It's going well for now. John's hanging in there. But this is a game to end all games. So in the meantime, I, MK Gibson, will be filling in as your DM until John decides to join the land of the living. If you happen to see him posting on Facebook or any other message boards, it's not him. That's a John ganger. It is just a fake one set up to run his accounts. So who do we have with us today? I believe we have Miss Ari Carr.
But wait a minute. Am I allowed to start a proletariat revolution against our new game master? Or is that next week?
Sure. Let's just see what happens in the game.
Okay. Well, when I'm not planning my next coup, I am the one, the only, the R.E. Carr, author of the Rules Undying series and the False Icon series, with none other than Moog Faceheater himself, Rick Walteri. In this game, I play Hilda Swington, the kind, gentle druid who may or may not be a reformed cannibal. And my latest release, the latest shingles no less, The Final Girl, is out now. Oh, wait, it's part one.
This is where someone else jumps in anytime.
All right. Well, I ain't gonna say shit against our new game master because that hokey ass excuse he gave tells me that there is almost certainly a chained up Hartness in Gibby's basement, probably alongside several Girl Scouts and all sorts of other missing people who are on milk cartons. So I'll just say I am all for our new DM.
Kiss ass.
In other news, my name is Rick Gualtieri, and when I'm not busy sucking up to the DM, I play Moog Face Eater, who doesn't suck up to anybody unless there are teeth involved. In real life, I write several things, but keep an eye out for Royal Road because in a couple weeks, probably about a week after this goes live, hopefully, if things don't go wrong, which they probably will, but let's hope they won't, my very first lit RPG, Time Chaser, will debut there. And if you like it and want to read ahead, you can go to my Patreon where you can give me money and I'll give you extra chapters, which is a goddamn good deal.
It's so good. Just don't miss it.
So I'm Misty Massey. I write the Mad Kestrel series of pirate fantasy adventures. I am perfectly happy with the change in leadership. I would never ever deign to look sideways at my brand new scary overlord. Although Rachel, if you do start a revolution, give me a few days notice ahead of time because I don't know what colors we're wearing, and I really sort of need time to get in my closet and make that all
It's
match.
red. It's always red.
It's always so I'm good because I'm getting my hair done Friday, so I will be red no matter what. Yay! Um,
Your hair's already red.
I in this game I play Anware Crow, the slick, sly thief who is constantly looking around, going, "How the hell did I end up the wholesome one again?" So
All right, and I am Judy Black, and yeah, if there's going to be a revolution, definitely let me know because the French are very good at that, and I'm sure I can find a guillotine or two. So, ooh la la. In this chaotic field, I play Gigi the Necromancer, and in my other life as Judy Black, I write mainly Dungeons and Dragons modules. I have two new ones out. First one is the Wheel, Woe, and What of Fortune Telling, which is for fortune telling for any sort of tabletop game. It's completely system neutral. So you can find 5 different weirdos to tell fortunes to torment and titilize your players. And then for poor Jordan Hartness, if you would like to help support him in his recovery, he and I have put out Voodoo Children, which is a module based on Bubba the Monster Hunter and one of the first short stories with Bubba, Voodoo Children. So you can hunt down the strange happenings of zombies in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So you can get both of those on Drive Through RPG, or Voodoo Children is available on the Falstaff bookstore.
And thank you. As I said at the top, I'm author MK Gibson. I'll be taking over this for a while. I'm a author of current such books as the Shadow Master series, the Technomancer series, and a few others. My latest release, Villain's Return, just dropped on audiobook, and it cracked the top 50. It was very nice, and it was like I'd right at the back at the end of the line on the Audible's top 50. I could look and see, like, look, there's Dinnaman way up there, way up there. All right, good for you, Matt. Good
We're
for
all
you.
bowing to Dinnaman right now, aren't
Exactly.
we?
And like everybody else, I'm chasing that dragon too. I'm currently 50,000 words into my own game lit progression fantasy book. Level 1 sucks. But this is going to be one of my longer books. So being 50,000 words in, I'm a third at most. So it'll be a while.
Hey, MK. I just have
Hey,
to
what
say,
up?
I have a lit RPG too, because, you know,
We're all,
bandwagon,
yes.
let's hop on it.
Oh,
Come
without a
on,
doubt,
Misty. Come on, Judy. You got to join in too.
give me them progressive bucks,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as we
Give us
said,
give us those dinner bucks.
Yeah, dinner bucks.
oh,
That's
can I
what
get
we
some
all
dinner bucks? That's
chasing.
awesome. Did you see his new
It looks
Kickstarter?
great.
God
Oh,
damn.
yeah, I think it funded, what, in 20 minutes?
Well,
Now
one of the
it's like
scenarios, like
10
I was
times.
talking to him
Is that
at the
legal?
last con. I was talking to him because me and my friend, my Dutch author and artist friend, Sandy Butchers, we did a hardback for one of my books. She did the art. We did a whole new layout, whole new covers, illustration per chapter, and we did a Kickstarter, or excuse me, an Indiegogo for it. And we did well. It was pretty cool. And we even did a front of the page where everybody who donated got their name in the book forever. As long as it's printed, they'll have it. You could get it then, and it's available still on Amazon. And I was telling Matt about it, and and I see it, I'm like, you motherfucker, like, of course, he's got as of this morning, it was like
Yeah, it's
137,000,
a little over.
so like,
It's more than that
It's
now
over
already.
150K now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey, Gibby, thanks for the idea. Now I'm going to take it and make it good."
oh yeah, exactly. He's got fans. He's got dinner fans. So, oh,
Is that like our new thing, like the quantum? It's just going to be we put dinner in front of anything that's
on the
awesome.
Dinnerverse, yeah, exactly. Welcome to the Dinnerverse.
Oh.
This dinner sucks. But no, he's a friend of ours and we actually wish him well. And it's like, hopefully rising tides all boat, all that bullshit. But all jokes aside, congratulations, Matt. You're awesome. So, but as we said at the top of the show, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of change in how this is run for the Quest of Competence for the remainder of this adventure. John had to back out for a while, and we wish him all the best and all the health and running his business, everything he's got to do. So, since I played the greatest NPC to ever play once, I figured, well, I have no real stake in what these characters have created, so why not show up and fuck it up instead? So that's why we're doing this state of the game. So, so thank you all for your revolutionary talks. I do appreciate that. Those who went against me went below the bridge, obviously on the screen, and just so you know, I'm colorblind, red green deficient, so it won't be hard to hide from me. So, and as my wife attests, as long as you don't move like anything in the fridge, I can't see it anyway. So just come at me very slowly in reds and greens. You'll kill me just fine. So don't worry
You're
about
like a fridge Tyrannosaurus.
I was thinking the same thing.
That's why we all wear red, because I'm blue-green colorblind. So, yeah. So let's stick to red.
I'm not colorblind. I just have a hell of an astigmatism. So
I'm just thinking I'm gonna wear like a red and blue striped shirt next. Therefore, like at any given time, Rachel and Gibby only see half of me.
He does this though. He does
And
cover designs, and he's like, "Hey, which one looks better?" And it's like one is blue and one is green, and I look at him and I go, "They are the same picture. I hate you."
I was doing that with Sandy when we talk almost every day, and we'll work on a piece of art together. Or she'll show me something, I'll show her stuff, and she's like, "Which one do you think of this?" I'm like, "I can't tell the difference." Because like even my own car, I bought a hybrid several months ago, but it's that weird pastel, like somewhere between green and gray. And depending on which day I look
Oh.
at it, it's either mint green or it's gray. And I'm like, it's ugly as sin, and I love it. I named her Ugly Betty, and I love my
Aw.
car. So
How do you know your car's not
it's
actually red?
because I can see, here's
seafoam.
my brand of color blindness is kind of like I see the Crayola 8-pack.
Huh,
That's
yeah.
it. Like anything above and below, like there's I see red, light red, dark red. But if once you start getting to cinnamons and periwinkles and chartreuses and
I try to
uh
explain that to
sea
people.
foam.
Mm.
It's like if it's blue and it's like I can tell you a green leaf and a blue ocean, but if like friggin' Seahawks are playing the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm looking at him going, that is the same color. Like
Yeah, yeah.
when I'm looking at the screen, I know these are shades of green, but you could also say it's blue, and I'd be like, well, it's shades of something.
So,
When
so you
things
guys were
get
like
too
nice and
close.
happy in the days of like the Atari 20 or
Yes.
the Atari 2600. Then suddenly the Nintendo 64 came out, and you're like, "Fuck!"
Oh, dude, I miss the old monochrome computers I used to work with in the military back in the day. That was all green on green on green with the clickety clackety boards. Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
the
I love
clickety
I
clackies.
still get the mechanical keyboards because I
Hmm.
need like if I'm writing, I need the clickety clack.
Oh, that ASMR, it tells
Mm.
you you're doing a good job, or you're just typing very fast and making gibberish. Either
Yeah,
way, I'm a
I had
happy
to get
man.
rid
So
of my
yeah.
clickety clack.
I mean, knowing us, it's
My
probably
clickety clack
gibberish.
caused too many problems during Zoom meetings during the pandemic. They're like, we can hear you
Oh,
typing emails, and I'm like, well, stop listening.
I have.
Right?
You know what I did? I got a secondary wireless Logitech that's
Mm.
soft, so my main keyboard is clickety clack, but I
Yeah,
have
because
my
my
soft
clickety clack is
keyboard for
super gay.
meetings.
As you type a key, it lights up in the rainbow. So I'm just like, if I keep going fast, it stays gay.
You know, guys, just an idea, but you could actually pay attention to the meetings you're on.
No, the
What?
meetings are never important ever. They're always
There
That's
is
why
stupid.
you
no
don't wear
meet
pants,
there
and
is
where your hands
no
go, your
meeting
hands
that
go.
cannot be a decently worded email. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I believe
Oh,
this to be true.
100%.
I hope none of my
yeah.
coworkers
I
are listening, but I totally I had to go into the office for what could have been an
Ew.
email.
I've been to funerals that could have been an email. So like
I mean, legit.
Yeah, that's fair.
there are many people I'm like, he wasn't that great. Just he's dead right back. Like I got thoughts and prayers, and I'm good.
Yeah, it's like when somebody dies, it's like there's the thing. Do I really? Is this person really worth dressing up for? You know, can I just show up in my shorts and be like, "Later, dude."
Is it a
Yep.
social event? Is it one of those like, oh man, I haven't seen so and so from like 20 years
Mm,
ago? Now
mm-hmm.
that's worth showing up for. So
Yeah.
Eh,
Um,
maybe. Is it? Is
Mm,
it really?
yeah. But if I
Says
haven't
the
seen you in
sa-
20 years, that probably means I probably didn't want to see you for 20 years.
yeah, I was like, says the woman who has never been to a high school class reunion ever and probably never
I
will.
haven't
I went to
either.
my 20th.
I've
Yep.
I
never
went to
I
my
even
didn't
20th
like
and
them
only my
when I was
20th.
in school with
I've
them,
never even
so
been
Same,
invited to
but
one. I
I
live
went to my
across
20th just to
the
see.
street from my old high school, and I have yet to be invited to a high school reunion.
Judy keeps looking out the window, seeing them all partying, going, "Why? What about
Yeah, like
me?"
I saw
Because
pictures
she
on
hasn't because she
Facebook.
hasn't grown since sixth
Yeah,
grade.
that's
Like,
fair.
who's that
85th.
creepy kid looking out the window at us?
that settles it. The next time your high school has a reunion, Judy, you call all of us and we all fly down to your house and have a wild ass party in your front yard and show them how they're not having
Oh,
fun
See,
like
that
we're
would
having
require
fun.
me
oh
to
no, no,
know in
no.
advance. I don't ever know
We're
in
gonna no, we're
advance.
crashing that motherfucker. We're Judy's +5. We're all going.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
we're her
Like,
polycule
you,
for her
This is my
reunion.
harem.
you guys might be having a fun reunion, but Robert Bevan's jacking off in my front bushes.
Well, I'm gonna say like,
Oh.
Gib, are your balls in the punch bowl? Like, just ginger soup, baby. Just making ginger
Yeah,
soup. So
yeah. Oh, yeah. My high school, they
And that
tried
was an
to.
image
yeah.
I
Yeah,
now have rent free in my brain.
yeah.
Thanks, Gibby.
So
That'll
that
be.
you're very
Yeah. Now
welcome.
I hope I find out about my next high school reunion because that would just be. That would be delightful.
Yeah, because she sure as hell isn't inviting us over now.
So for the people that actually tune in for Dungeons and Dragons, do you all have any questions for me as for the game? Or is it just nope, we don't give a shit?
I love how we're still falling.
Oh yeah, because you you still want to do a revolution. So it's okay with me.
No,
I can turn into a bird. I don't
no,
care.
no. Wait a minute.
I'm a DM. I got
Uh,
lightning from the
I
sky. I
can.
got
I
gods
gotta
who'll
go
just
back.
smite you for the
Somebody's
fuck of
got to
it.
watch after my zombie.
Oh, I've got a backup for
Okay.
them. Don't worry. It's a demoness called Fifi de Bonbon, and she's totally different as a totally original character, and she will show up and do all the
Mm.
things.
Was that French or Pepe Le Pew? I'm not quite sure. Gibby.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I see where this is going.
I
All
have a
right, Fifi
flag,
le
but it's in
bonbon
the
Oh
will
la
other room.
come,
la.
Oh
and
God.
I
Oh
am
la
a
la.
tiefling. I will take care of these things.
Ooh,
Oh,
I,
Fifi, your horns are so
very.
fine.
oh, thank you, a little horny.
Okay, 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 we have French Satan now.
We.
And Hera was, well, I guess French Satan does kind of
It kind of fits. This
Yeah.
is kind of
Track,
the, what does
yeah.
they say? The bullshit. So get back in the lake of fire and stand on your heads and get ready for their anal probing with the pitchfork.
Did we suddenly go into alien
Oh,
sci-fi?
maybe.
I
No,
don't
that
know,
was
but
just
I'm
my.
good with that whole lake of fire thing. It's been like 40 degrees every morning
Oh my
for a
god,
Oh
week,
I'm
my
and I'm
god, I love it.
delighted.
I'm
Delighted.
freezing. I
Love
hate
No.
it.
it. No, God, you step
Ugh.
outside and it's all
You
nipple
can
town,
tell the
and it's like,
people who are
please.
from the south and
Oh
from the
yeah.
north in one single reaction.
Oh my
Yep,
God, I
it is
hate all
too
that.
cold.
Nope.
It is too cold. My feet hurt. That's why I'm snuggling my anteater because
Oh.
my hands are cold.
You
I
get the
have
hoodie
three
on. I'm
kitties.
like, oh, I got a
Three.
fleecy and I'm warm and like it's got a brisk outside and it feels like a herpes commercial. Everybody's standing outside with a cup of coffee and like the leaves are blowing. I get ready to go for a hike. I'm gonna,
Yeah, I don't hike either.
Yes,
well, they
join.
don't hike in the commercials
Yeah.
either. But apparently,
From
according
where,
to those
from where you
commercials,
live,
Commercials
yeah.
are those.
don't
I
act
will
like you don't
say,
see those
You're like,
commercials
oh,
back in the
everywhere I
day.
see herpes.
I will say though,
Oh,
have you noticed though, every herpes commercial is like that. It's like a flannel, it's a cup of coffee,
thank you.
it's some middle-aged, perfectly white as white, or even if they're not white, but they're white couple in the suburbs doing something completely banal
We were
and
kayaking.
yes, like try La Quifamanata Busta, the new drug that has 20 different side effects from anal leakage to depression, probably
Yeah.
caused by the anal leakage.
And that same white guy then appears in probably it's like one of the commercials explaining it's like, well, it's like and then I take take a Lakuta and I don't disappoint my wife anymore.
I don't know what kind of
Oh my
commercials y'all
god,
are
like
getting,
I
man. I've never seen those.
have you
No.
not
How do you
I
not
want to
remember the
know. I want
Valtrex
to know about
commercials?
this drug that makes you not disappoint your wife, because that means you're taking the trash out when I ask. I want this. Let's give this to my
No, I had
husband.
this thought the other day. It's one of those like when you're a young man, and you're your horny stages, and a girl could ask you anything if you happen to be hetero, and she could ask me anything, and I'll say yes because I'm in the mood. But now that I'm middle aged, she's like, just ask me when I'm sleepy, and I'll say yes. Just let me go to sleep. That's all. You can ask me to do anything while I'm sleepy, and I'll agree to anything. Just let me go the fuck to sleep. Jesus Christ.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
yeah. I'll go.
wakes up. It's like, so let me show you the stats from your new OnlyFans page.
Oh.
Whatever. I agree to it.
took
I
pictures
got
of
my
your
power nap.
feet
I'm good.
while you were asleep. Now our mortgage is paid. Never mind, you know.
Dude, I'll heartbeat. If someone wants to pay me to look at my feet and pay my mortgage, where do I sign? You want to see some hobbit toes? I'll give you some hobbit toes.
No,
So
no, because believe me, no one's seen Hobbit toe. There's a reason I never wear open-toed shoes. Okay, I am clearly a halfling in the feet. Um, so if you're into that sort of
I'm
thing, let me know. Maybe I will start that OnlyFans page. But no,
I'm
only
I'm good
feet.
with us starting an A&D OnlyFans page. Just don't tell me what you do with the pictures you look at. Look at them, do whatever you like. Just don't tell me.
that's the problem
It's
with
all
being a
interpretive
woman who's
dance.
been on the internet. You just know that some stranger, no matter what you look like, has masturbated to you.
Yep.
So if you're watching this episode right now and you are like heavily masturbating to
Please
us,
don't tell us.
Misty's email address is
No. I'm sorry. Did we have D&D related questions? We're not going to get to them.
Do we actually want D&D related questions? Because I pulled up the ones on Facebook.
Okay.
Because I do my
I was just gonna
homework.
I was gonna pull up the
it's
anal
either we keep
tiger
talking
again.
about masturbating or we answer
Or we can
questions.
talk about other
I'm
drug
okay with either
commercials.
one.
We haven't even gotten to the whole different
Why
irritable
do you
bowel
all
syndrome
get these
ones, like
commercials?
where everything looks like a toilet. Because I'm 46. Apparently, at that age, all you get is like clearly something is wrong with your blood sugar, your bowels. You need a pneumonia vaccine or shingles or
For
something.
Sometimes I'll be on a podcast and I'll have a herpes flare up, and then I'll notice, wait, my hemorrhoids, are
I love the ones that were all the lawyer commercials where has your pelvic mesh fallen out? Well, hell, no,
What is
I hope
wrong
not.
with y'all's
Oh
It's
my
like, did you
god!
lose your
Yeah,
wallet?
you
Did you?
get that. I get the asbestos ones. I'm like, I've never even been near asbestos. I don't have
I, I
mesothelioma.
I like the creepy guy who used to be like, "Do you need cash? If so,
Hey.
call my company. We'll give you cash." And I was like, like, does every dollar just like slide through your asshole or something?
There was
Just
when I lived in Alaska, I was stationed up there for 3 years, and there was this one commercial that was going on all the time. It's like a quick trip to the mall, and I ran out of money I couldn't pay my rent or my whatever bills. Thanks, Cash Alaska. You helped me out in a bad situation. There are these cash shops where you just take them the title of your car and they'll give you a couple of $100. And but the commercials are like just like, oh man, I was really a quick trip to the mall and now I can't pay for this. All I got to do is sign over the title to my car. I'm like, holy God, there's so many like Anchorage at the time. It was like just man, so many for gold stores, so many like cash for your title stores and all that stuff. God, I loved that
Mm.
city. That was my favorite place I've ever lived, hands down.
You should just go to Memphis, Tennessee, where it's like, oh, cash, pawn, payday loan, cash,
Well,
pawn, payday loan,
that's every
cash,
street
pawn,
right off the
payday.
side of a
Mhm.
military base
Yeah.
across the country. Every street off the military base is like tattoo parlor, gun store, liquor store, and cash for gold, and every and a pawn shop.
Where
Every
does
one of
the
them.
military get that much gold? Is what I want to know.
I don't know. I like to think it's leftover Nazi gold that they smuggled back, but
Be like, yeah, stick it to the Nazis. Pawn it
Man, I
here.
think
Only
y'all's
33
TVs are just
yeah,
haunted by
exactly.
really weird
Yeah.
ghosts. Like I've
Well,
never seen these.
Oh no, no! Imagining Gibby there. He's just like, well, gotta launch a new audiobook. Reach under his chair. Get time for some more Nazi gold.
Clown.
Well, like, isn't that the plot of the movie Three Kings? Is that three American soldiers in Iraq got hold of the looted Kuwaiti gold
yeah.
and took
100%.
it home? So
I think you said movie. I think you mean the masterpiece starring George Clooney, Ice T, and Marky Mark. So Ice
I
Cube,
You
excuse
did,
me.
I
not
did.
just
I
say
miss
masterpiece
it
and
was my
Marky Mark in the
internet.
same sentence, did you? Now,
I found a
Marky Mark's kind
transformer.
of
Oh my god,
awesome.
I'm like a transformer scientist. Did you see this? This is Optimus Prime. Did I tell you I'm a scientist? Oh my god! Like I
Please.
hate that guy so much.
Have we not endured enough pain as Transformers fans for the baying of it all? Like
There's some elements that I can say that I enjoyed. Very few, very few.
the Offendicons?
But
I mean, seriously,
the giant
there's
testicle wrecking balls, that didn't do
Oh
it for you.
God, I hated fucking that.
You hated fucking that. All right, tell me more.
yeah, Rick. What?
Every
Say it
time I
slow.
masturbate to that scene, I hate myself a little more.
That's just masturbating in general. Every time I'm like, I hate me.
I'm just sort of, Transformers more than me.
Please say you've never
How do we
actually
keep coming back
masturbated
to that
the
topic?
Transformers theme, please.
He named his penis. Rick named his penis Grimcock. So it's
Hey, now that's actually awesome. I'm sorry, but if you
yeah.
have the balls to name your penis Grimcock, it's certainly the Dinobot you
Well,
would use.
it's canon now.
I mean,
Next,
oh,
all you A and deviants, make sure you talk to Rick and say, "What's up, Grimcock?" And that is all the twat waffles out there need to like.
only
He is your
Alyssa
Lord
gets the
Grimcock.
Grimcock. Let's be real.
Oh no, but you can just talk about it. They don't get it, but they can talk about it. Ask for it on their like OnlyFans.
R.E. Carr's Hobbit feet and Grimcock combined for the ultimate One Ring Unimatrix.
And this is
fucking
the kind of
OnlyFans.
adventures you can expect when I DM for you guys.
We will start the revolution.
I'm so upset I have a flag, but it's across the room in my dining room and I can't get to it easily. So
We'll just use the anteater as the flag of the revolution.
do you hear the people sing?
Judy, what do you think of all this? And do you have a name for a random body part for OnlyFans?
Nope. Nope.
Just nope.
It's like, this is my Optim ass Prime.
I'm sorry, I was too busy stroking my pussy.
Oh.
Tsunami's on the
That's
desk, just for those who need to know.
yeah.
I was going to say which one just to lead you into another wacky adventure, but
Nope, it is
but you
totally
got to Tsunami too
Tsunami.
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do we have
Please
any
help.
questions that
Help.
actually from the
Yeah,
fans?
give us a question, Misty.
Yes, please.
Oh, look, there's words. Um, our dearest darling, fuck you, Mark. And anybody
Fuck
want
you,
to join
Mark.
in? Fuck you, Mark.
Fuck you,
Okay.
Mark.
Fuck you, Mark.
Asks if you could choose a monster type from the Monster Manual to have as a player character, what would it be and why?
Ooze.
You would like to be an ooze?
Yes. They can fit. You can change shape if you'd like go with an oblex. I think it said oblex. I prefer ooblex, but it would need two O's to really like. Anyways, because they can consume the memories of people and then become those people, and they can become multiple people. They can be 120 feet away from the ooze itself. They can fit through like 1 inch small spaces to get places. They're fabulous. They're wonderful. I would love to have an ooblex playable character. That would just be delightful. Just taking little snacks of the people around you.
What a great thief
Just little
that would
niblets.
be.
They don't. Yeah, like it would be so good. I did a game forever ago that was an ooblex that kept getting victims by running a talk show or a game show. It was a dating show. And they would play the contestant, and then they would pick whichever person seemed the most interesting to go on their date to consume their memories.
Oh, I love it.
It was very fun. But yes, that's Ooblex by far. Ooze character, Ooblex specifically.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I have
You
been
thought about this.
yeah, I've been a Swan May. I've been a Rakshasa. I've been a werebat. So I'm not sure what right offhand what I would want to be next, but that used and I've been uh the little characters from the Dark Crystal, the little the Gelflings. I've been a
Gelfling?
Gelfling, yeah, because I wanted wings and I didn't want to be anything in the monster manual. So Jeffrey, our DM at the time, let me be a Gelfling. So yeah, it
Aww.
was cool.
I'm dying to know, Rick. What would you want to be?
Honestly, I usually don't I usually don't care too much like about the race I am. I'm usually more interested in like how I can fuck with the character class.
Says the reincarnated half orc in
Well,
in
yeah.
an elf. You didn't think about that at all.
Okay, I might have given that a little bit of thought, but still, it's I mean it's still just an orc and an elf. It's not like I was like it's like it's my previous life I was Orcus and now I'm a fucking elf.
But come on, what monster would you want to be?
I mean, if you want to be if you want to have fun with shit, just be like it's like do some like undercover boss thing where it's like it's like I'm really the Tarask, but I'm like masquerading as an adventurer just to see how this goes.
Oh my god, Undercover Tarask.
Undercover Tarask.
There's
Next time
there's
on
a
Fox.
TV show.
Oh god, if that actually happens in a game, we are blaming you, Rick. I would like to just
As
be a gelatinous cube that's been enchanted to be a big titty lady.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Boing,
gelatinous
boing,
boob?
boing.
Yeah.
gelatinous
The
boob.
gelatinous boob.
Because I just like just to get rid of all my good pacifist tendencies and just be like, "Hi, I just want to give you hugs."
Oh my god, that would be an awesome like kind of like D&D horror thing where it's like, okay, you're a plastic surgeon, but you hate women, so they all come in for boob jobs, and you implant oozes in instead.
Sentient
Oh
boobs.
my god.
Wow,
Hey,
we
Rick,
went
do me a
straight
favor.
to the misogyny. We are all lit RPG writers.
Rick, check your Facebook Messenger real.
Please
As-
get off of my game and never come back.
But no, I want to be a
I would
huggable, squishable, lovable, gelatinous cube because Jello is fun and deadly.
That's a good one. Like, are you holding the boobs, Judy? Because you're doing the
She's the ooze juggling the
Yeah.
gelatinous
it's,
I'm
cube
just
suddenly with a French
yeah.
accent.
I'm just juggling.
I
I
juggle the
juggle.
boobs.
Mais oui.
I mean, boob
One the boob,
juggling
two boob,
sounds fun.
Juggle the jiggle.
you know. So yeah,
Oh, please.
Jiggle
jiggle
juggle.
juggle.
We have been boob juggling since we were all 12 years old. So
That is
Come here, kitty.
I've been air juggling since I was also 12 years old. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, Gibby and I have wished we were juggling since we were.
Oh, there's more kitties.
excuse me.
Sorry, Tsunami keeps demanding pets, and thus I
Do
cannot.
do as thou will.
Yeah, if one does not pet the tiny empress of the house, one will not survive the podcast.
I
I'm
would
left alone. This
say
is bedtime for my dogs.
if I
Aww.
had to pick let me see, a creature from the DM thing, probably some kind of tree ant or tree folk or something like that. Because there's not enough. Because like I like demons, you get tieflings. Celestials, you get Asimar. There's something even the elementals, you get the Jinn. Or the Genasi. So, but I haven't seen a lot of tree people that you can play in
Splinters.
the game. Like a good tree folk or tree ant or a grandfather oak type character. I would like that in like a dendrophile, some kind of like plant based monster. I know some warforged can be nature based, like they can be like full of like petrified wood instead of metal and all that kind of stuff. That's cool, but I want tree folk. I want like let's just get my sap running, that kind of guy who who maybe has it's just cool abilities. That'd be fun to do. Like that kind of like just, you know, maybe one that's like not a druid, maybe one that's like a thief, who just like sneaks in through like
A
through the
sneaky
windows,
tree.
Yeah.
yeah, like or like basically like Groot. I just like a Groot thief. That'd be so much fun. Because you've
You
seen
just can't
Groot
let
Barbarian,
Bevan play that character because like every fight, it's like, can you stop sapping in people's faces?
dude.
We've managed to go from boobs to wood, so we're just
I'm gonna
keeping
Yeah,
keep
it
bringing us
on
back
brand.
around.
Yep.
just hardwood, and warm sap everywhere. So yeah. So yeah, I would want to be a Groot creature of some kind, some equivalent. I think that'd be fun, and maybe make them like someone who hates trees. Maybe they're an industrialist. Maybe they left the woods and now they're pro fireball and like just make it a real asshole. Like cut the other one if they
Profile.
can't walk, it's their fault.
Wow.
I am the Lorix, and I say fuck these trees.
Survival of the fittest. Let the grass survive.
Well, basically, like like there's got to be like if there's gonna be like there has to be like an evil version of everything out there. So he's just got a long mutt, like just counting his money, just like I'll sell you
The
this entire
bizarro
100 acre woods.
universe
We'll prove it.
Trant.
Exactly.
I can dig it. I like it.
Please say we have more
Oh god,
questions.
tree and like, oh god, like selling tree and shavings.
Oh boy.
Horrible. Like, I'll show you some wood, baby.
there is one more question on the Facebook, but after that, I'm gonna have to throw it to Rick from the Discord if we still have time. But Stephanie Taylor, sorry, Stephanie Taylor says, "Talk Like a Pirate Day was September 19th." Indeed, Lassa, do know that. If your character celebrated an odd specific holiday, what would it be? Sorry. My inner pirate was coming out.
Moog says, "Happy Kill All Fucking Elves Day." Oh wait, that's every day.
Wherever we celebrate, it better be plant based, or you will hear from Hilda.
Duh, Arbor Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh
you're
god, I'm now imagining the evil treant and like Arbor Day being their big holiday, but instead of planting trees, they slaughter them.
ooh, that's
N-
not good.
Nega Arbor Day.
Nega our birthday.
Jeez.
But no, Hilda would be like a lovely harvest festival. We're not harvesting human children or anything. No, of course not.
No. Never.
Only the bad ones who eat meat.
I think Anwar would probably like anything having to do with um free love and, sex basically. you
So
know?
a big old Beltane
Yeah,
feast.
big old Beltane would work. Yeah, yeah, Valentine's, any of those days,
Combine them.
If we can start one and then just keep celebrating until the other. I don't know how much
I
time
know
is in
what we can
between, but
call it. Judy's high school reunion. Woohoo!
n- yeah, we do that and they all gonna be jealous.
Mm. Oh. Uh, well, I mean, every funeral is a holiday for Gigi, so uh,
It's a celebration of unlife.
yes, especially the open casket ones.
Now,
Um,
does Gigi prefer the standard Protestant Southern funeral where it takes 3 days and everybody's really sad and quiet and there's entirely too much potato salad and macaroni and cheese in the kitchen, or does she prefer the complete total party of a New Orleans funeral?
she mainly prefers the dead in the ditch that nobody claims, but
Ah,
probably more of a party one because socializing for that long, sadly, amongst people in potato salad just would very much harsh her vibes.
I can see that.
And
Harsh is
and
mine too.
really, I mean, it's potato salad, which is still one of the saddest foods on the planet.
Yeah, at the most recent funeral I was at, they had potato salad with raisins.
Of course they
What?
did.
Oh
Of
my
course they
god.
did.
Oh, fuck no.
Like
Go
trying to
back
kill
to
more
the
people?
masturbation talk.
Yeah,
That's
that
just less
yeah that
disgusting.
that's one of those things where it's like you take that and you're like it's like you deserve death.
Who puts raisins in potato
Oh
salad?
my
A whole lot
god.
of white people.
It was a very
I'm a bad
Not
it
white
this
was a
white
very
people.
person.
white people funeral.
Holy,
It was
Not
a
this
very
white
white
people.
people funeral. Yes.
oh my
It was a very
god.
white South
Like,
Florida white people funeral.
oh, what other horrors? Like, I've seen blueberry mac and cheese, and that was pretty horrific. But
Oh,
raisins and potato salad? Like, what is people's obsession with putting random fruit and shit?
Oh, my sister and I have often been told that we are going to be completely disowned because we do not agree with my mother that anything belongs suspended in jello. Lisha and I think putting anything in jello is an abomination and horrific. My mother is like, fruit, yes, all the fruit. Let's put meat. Why not put meat in the jello? Any vegetables in the jello. Woohoo! No.
it's a party when
Yo.
the meat goes in the jello.
This is going back to me being the living gelatinous cube. Like, oh
Gelatinous
god, I'm gonna be
goo
served at one of Misty's family funerals.
with raisins.
Raisins and salmon in
Oh
jello.
god.
What the fuck? I'm still
Nummy.
at raisins and potato salad. Like, I seriously, that is the most disgusting thing I've heard all day. We discussed irritable bowel syndrome a while
Stop
ago.
showing your butt. Stop.
That sounds like a minotaur trying to pick up a gelatinous cube. It's like I want to put my steak in your jello.
The
There had to have been like
forbidden
some
love.
there's
Minotaur
probably
cube.
in some 5e world, there's got to be some Goliath or Minotaur that looked at that ooze and said, "Yeah, I gotta try, right? You know, I
Absolutely.
gotta
Rawhide
try.
indeed.
Like, dude, it's looking like it's like I got acid resistance. Hang on. I think I can pull this off. Like, yeah, it's like a walking fleshlight. I
I
gotta
mean, come
try.
come on.
So
You know back in the past of our like sorted species, there was that one caveman like where everybody else is like looking for like knot holes or like or their neighbor's sheep who looked at that beehive with the honey in it and said this could work.
And thus the first cure for erectile dysfunction was found because it definitely lasted longer than 4 hours.
The- so yeah, it's full of venom. Yeah, so the James Kirk of caveman, like the strange new things to fuck it. So yeah,
Yep.
But they didn't put raisins in their motherfucking potato salad, so they were still better.
I can
yeah.
agree with this.
Yeah, something. I
uh,
wouldn't have blamed anybody for just saying something. I'm sorry, but I gotta fuck this potato salad.
It would probably be a better use if it had raisins in it.
I don't have an active character to play along to this game. I haven't had an active character for like a year and a half. I've been ever the DM, never the player. So maybe Georgina likes June 14th, which is National Bourbon Day. So we'll go with that. That's the best I could come up with. So,
I mean, that's a pretty solid holiday. I think we all would
it's a solid
celebrate.
choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
a
the thing is,
good
like, I was
solid
over here on
choice.
on the side on my off screen, like just scrolling random holidays. Like I'm like, find one. Okay, there we go. Bourbon works done. Because there's like Puppy Day. I'm like, I did have a half orc that ate puppies as often as possible, but we don't need to bring that guy back.
No.
Exactly that reaction. Exactly that reaction. That's why I did
Dear
it.
Lord, I play a cannibal and I'm judging you for that.
Yeah, but people suck.
Oh, you've never had real dog? Have you ever had real dog? In like Korea, it's called kegogi.
Yeah. No,
All
I
right,
haven't.
I'll leave it at that. It's not bad. It's okay. I lost half the audience. Okay,
I can't even say anything because we used to have guinea pigs here, and if somebody had showed up to
you
like
fuck that guinea pig.
with like with like a thing of roast cuy, I would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna eat it in front of these fucking things.
I eat fish dinners in front of my aquariums all the time, and I feel slightly
Your
bad.
fish are looking at you, you monster.
No, what am I kidding? Half of them are ichthivores, so now they're looking at like, can I have some? Yeah, if you
I had
ever
this
want to
roommate.
be savage, be an aquarium keeper. I am a pacifist, but I remember Rick go, "What did you just do?" I'm sorry, I had to go club a fish to death. It was, just so you
I had
know,
this.
it was dying. It had to be
Oh, okay.
euthanized. And the fastest way to do it on a small fish, because you can't really chop the head off, is you meat mallet in a bag, boom. But I had to go off and do that like in the middle of a conversation with Rick, and he's just like,
It's like, excuse me
"Damn,
for a second.
I
Fuck
have to
you,
go
fish.
kill a."
Fuck this fish in
Yeah.
particular. I'll teach you to stare at me. I'll teach you to suck that algae, motherfucker. And I'm just like, okay.
It was not quite like that. I did feel horrible, but I'm like, the rule is if I'm going to keep a pet and I know that something has to be done and it's suffering, I will do the deed.
Rachel's rule is
So
if she's gonna keep a pet, eventually it's gonna get hit with a meat mallet.
that is not true. It's only happened in my fish keeping. I've only had to euthanize about 5 fish out of the
every
hundreds
time
that
her
I've
cats
kept.
like hack up a hairball, they kind of look at her like, no, I'm okay. I'm really.
The cats have taken out as many fish as I have. Let's put it that way. Little bastards.
With
But
Rachel,
no.
every day is a game of whack-a-mole.
Ah, it's horrible, but you have to be able to euthanize them. I did give them like a sedative first. But you got to be quick. You just have to be quick and decisive. It's got to be instantaneous.
But you're like visiting Rachel, be like, it's like, it's like, oh, my cute little hamster has like a head cold. She's like, give me that.
Oh boy, this is an episode, man.
Rachel is a hammer, and every pet looks like a nail.
I just have this mental image of like a daycare. Someone shows up with the
Daycare.
sniffles. Not in my house.
No, nobody comes into my house with the sniffles. I got an immunocompromised person. It's like,
That's my
you want to see what
point.
happened to my fish? No. Just so I don't. I actually am a pacifist. I've only ever used violence as a means to end suffering.
Rachel puts the fist in the pacifist.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Pacifist. Well played, sir. Well played.
I'm gonna be an actual vegan by the end of this. Just dealing with Rick makes me know that I have to stop consuming any flesh for fear I turn violent.
All right, Mr. Rick, do we have any Discord
Sure.
questions?
Wrong answers. Our friend Kyle the Capybara asks,
Which are also tasty, apparently.
wrong answers only. What does A&D stand for?
Ass and dick.
Asses and dildos.
Yeah, let's say ass and dick, ass and dildos.
Obvious answers.
Actual
No,
discourse.
God, that's
That's a good
every
one.
other
That's a good one.
podcast in existence
got
by a
nothing.
bunch of white men.
Anal diphtheria.
What?
What? Who said that? Who
At
said anal
least it
diphtheria?
doesn't
That's
stand
gross.
for raisins and motherfucking potato salad.
that is code for anal diphtheria is raisins in your potato salad. Dear
That
God.
makes sense.
That's what killed the people in the Oregon Trail, not dysentery. That shit.
It was
The potato
raisins in
salad.
potato salad. It was like Padme suddenly. They lost the will to live after having it.
We lost. We
No,
lost.
I've never accepted that. I never
Misty
believed in will
couldn't
to live
handle the
bullshit. I think
potato
she just.
salad.
I've always believed it.
Yes, we
Not the
drove her
potato.
away.
I'm just
I just had a potato salad.
I'm just gonna say I'm a dinosaur fan, so as far as I'm concerned, it's Allosaurus and Diplodocus.
Yes, but
That's a
that's
pretty good
so
one. Not a
cool.
Patasaurus and Dimetrodon.
Could be a Patasaurus and Diplodocus.
Oh, you already did Allosaurus. Fuck. I think it's Ankylosaurus and fuck. We already said Dimetrodon,
All I can think of is
Diplodocus.
diphtheria, which is not a dinosaur.
Fuck.
No.
I'm trying to remember. Hey, speaking of dinosaurs, some of
Dinosaurs
you
are cool. I
might
love
remember
to
this
speak
because
about dinosaurs.
you were dorks. Did you ever watch Dino Saucers as a
Of
kid?
course.
Okay,
I mean,
Rachel.
I did not. I don't think I saw Dino Saucers.
it was not a good
So it's the
cartoon,
space.
but it had dinosaurs in it,
Take
so it
that
was
back and take it back now.
I watched the
So it was
dinosaurs on ABC. The not the mama.
No, Dinosaucers was these aliens that landed on Earth and met the kids like they always do, like the Michael Bay Transformers style. But they were all dinosaurs. They all left Earth millions of years ago. Now they're coming back, but they're all like talking, walking dinosaurs with space technology, and they could de-evolve back into the dinosaurs. But they were all named after some. Like, so Allo was the leader, and Genghis Rex was the villain of the other guy. Ankylosaur. I mean, it was all your favorite dinosaurs in stupid form with a great theme song. If you could find it on YouTube, it's dumb as shit, but damn it, I love my
yeah.
youth.
But that's
One
like
of
a
them
really
was a
good
member of the
question.
Triceratops.
Yes,
Yeah, the Triceratops. Yes.
I do remember Triceratops, so I might have been something I've seen, but just I'm a little bit younger than you guys, so it may not have registered
Not by much.
enough. But
That's because you
what's your
jumped out of the
favorite
call because you couldn't take
dinosaur? If you're now gonna be our DM,
my favorite dinosaur. Well, I grew up a Stegosaurus fan as a kid. That was always my
I
favorite.
totally miss
You know,
that
just
too.
like, hey, I just want to eat my food. Back the fuck off. You know, and that's just how I felt in life. You know, just let me nosh over here and deal with my spiky plates. That's always been my jam. So it's like Snarl from the Dinobots. I never felt I got enough love. You know, because he was cool. And he had like the cool plates in his sword. You know,
The episode where they made the Dinobots is one of my favorite. And then the next one, they decided to make the next episode, they decided to make a Stegosaurus, and I was just like, this gets even better.
And who disappeared in Transformers the movie? Snarl. Like they kept Swoop around because he could fly because Michael Bell would do the voice, but damn it, Snarl was just nowhere to be seen. So they kept Sludge, the dumbest and the worst of the bunch.
see, I'm a slag girl because my favorite.
Slag's great.
I am a
Slag's great.
Triceratops stan here, but yeah. When I was 7 years old, I thought I was gonna marry a Triceratops. That was very awkward to try to explain, but I love Triceratops.
Holy OnlyFans. Okay, just put it all right out there. Okay, okay. Nice.
I'm gonna have to just come and steal Rick. If Rick's slag goes missing, nobody
We know
knows.
nothing.
You didn't see me.
Well, if you're not there stealing from his house, grab his Jetfire for me. So
Oh, we're not even.
It's
Like,
right.
look,
It's
see,
right. It's right next to Slag, so it won't be hard to find.
Yeah,
it'll
not
be easy
Rachel
for
at
you to steal
all.
then, Rachel. I mean, not Rachel.
Of course
So-
not. But you all know the story though that I do not have any Transformers and it is a source of my childhood trauma. And to this day, I'm still waiting for one day at Christmas or my birthday to get an Optimus Prime. And instead I have gotten more Barbies sent to me. I got a Cutie Surprise Barbie sent to me. I got a Phoenix Barbie, like the limited edition. Like these are not bad Barbies. But I've just always wanted to try a friggin' Optimus Prime.
Now, if any indie listeners, you need to
Yes.
send Rachel Barbie's Optimus Prime box.
That would
Yes.
be
Oh
so,
my God, yes.
so. I would
Oh,
cry. I would legit cry.
Aw.
Like
And
I
a
would need
potato.
therapy.
Just put a potato next
A
to
meditato.
Barbie and Optimus.
We don't,
Yes.
no, dear God. But we don't know. Hey, Judy and Misty, what's your favorite dinosaur?
Yeah, And some raisins. And some raisins.
Cowgirl. Thank you.
Cow person, yeah.
Apatosaurus. Because it's like a really, really
That
huge
goes
cow,
back
and
to
so I
No,
the
could
that's
be
the
a
that
dino
goes
cow
back to the
person.
caveman who's like, see that majestic creature? I'm gonna
Ooh.
Cow
fuck it.
person.
So yeah.
And
Cowpoke.
Oh
thank
I
goodness
could be a
God.
people weren't
dino
around with
cowpoke.
dinosaurs because
A dino poke? That sounds
Oh
that sounds
god,
very
yeah, that would
OnlyFans,
be just
doesn't
like
it?
Chloe.
That raptor
Oh,
tail just up in the air while it's bending over eating, just
bless.
look at it. Taunting me. Just
Um,
taunting
Nope,
me.
nope, nope.
so
What about you,
I
Judy?
think mine would
It's like a
be
giant
the.
chicken.
I just have always called it the big mouth. Oh, because that's what my parents introduced it to me as. But I think it is the Parasaurolophus.
Clever
It was.
girl.
There you go. Yeah, it was what Ducky from The Land Before Time was, and she was my favorite. So that's always been my favorite dinosaur. And her, yep, yep, yep.
Aw.
Like it's just yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh, Rick,
That's a
Parasaurolophus.
we
nice
didn't
one.
ask you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was just plotting to
Oh no, no,
steal
I
that.
was
Yeah.
What's
with
your
Gibby.
favorite
Like
dinosaur?
Stegosaurus was always my favorite.
Do you know though, fun
Were you
fact that Stegosaurus, despite what Fantasia may have told you, Stegosaurus and T-Rex were never alive at the same time and never had a big
Same
Oh,
epic
same
battle.
period. Yep.
duh.
I know, but
I came this
some
close. Okay, let me just explain. I came this fucking close
Oh,
to go into
nice.
college to become a paleontologist. You know, so yeah, you're not gonna stump me with facts like
it
that.
was
I want to take your
Allosaurus,
lunch money,
I believe,
Ross.
was with it was Allosaurus and
Yes,
Stegosaurus. And a few others. But yeah, I am with you in being an uber dino nerd. But at least
Allosaurus, they had the
Triceratops.
spiked thumbs, right?
iguanodon.
No, that's Iguanodon.
Allosaurus. I thought Allosaurus had a spiked thumb.
No,
No.
Allosaurus is just like a more scaled down, more aerodynamic
I remember
kind of.
it was a T Rex. It was like the
You're thinking
it's
of
kind of like the Methodist stuff.
Iguanodon
Yeah,
has
iguanodon was a plant eater.
Yeah.
but he
But
had
yeah,
these
it had those
ripping
fuck you
thumbs.
thumbs.
Yep, yeah. Like I always call Tsunami my little iguanodon because she's got those big thumbs.
My son wanted to be a paleontologist when he was a kid, but then he found out that he'd have to work outdoors most of the time, and he has a really serious bug phobia, and the
Oh,
idea of being out where bugs were was enough to chase him off of his dream of
I
being a
think that's what
paleontologist.
eventually steered me away too.
are you hearing
Serious?
my dad's stories on digs? He wasn't a paleontologist; he was an
Yeah,
anthropologist. But
that's a lot of
hearing the
outside
horrors
stuff.
of mud and
Mm-mm.
bugs and camping, yeah, no, just and then I wanted to be a marine biologist until I learned that I cannot stand. I know, get ready to laugh at this one. I cannot stand to be touched by fish. And yes, I keep aquariums, so just keep in mind
I was
how
waiting for
fucked
that.
up that is.
Unless she has a mallet in her hands.
I don't touch them.
Oh
They
my
go in
god,
a bag.
that would be great. Like like on this ship, they're catching these like rare fish from the bottom of the sea, and Rachel's just there with a mallet, like fuck this
No.
shit. It's
Well,
like,
please
hey,
know I have
we caught the very
only
last
used.
coelacanth.
Don't
No,
get.
we
Oh,
didn't.
you look. Dinosaurs. I get. You wanted to be the paleontologist. I wanted to be the marine biologist. I can talk about a coelacanth for longer than all of you can stand. Okay. I made a coelacanth mermaid in a book, and you could just see John like, dear God, woman. Okay. Okay, like
Okay,
you can stop talking about the fish. I'm like, no.
I like the idea of a merlicanth.
It is a merlicanth because like she has the big she's a big husky like strong woman who has a Welsh accent for some reason and speaks very slowly because she's a coelacanth and has the spots and just if you've never I watched a video and I watch it over and over again of this diver who meets a coelacanth and these nature people like the pure joy. It is one of the most infectious, wonderful things of like, oh my god, it's a coelacanth. Like if you ever need a warm, heartfelt of a very, very scary looking fish, it's just they're just like, oh my god, it's there. Just like I can fall. Look, it's so big, and it's just wonderful and wholesome. It's like
And
on
that's when they
National
learn that
Geographic.
like muskies like evolved from other. It's like, ah!
But they're so so beautiful, and they're way bigger than you think they are,
Oh.
and they move faster than you think they can. So yeah, they're really cool.
I wanted to be a cosmologist because I had a huge crush on Carl Sagan when I was in high school. But then I found out that cosmology is, math.
It's a lot of math. See, I was first thinking, I'm sorry, I was just thinking
Cosmetologist? I
esthetician.
was
I was
thinking
thinking
makeup.
cosmetologist.
No, no,
I'm
no,
so
no.
sorry.
Cosmology, like Carl
Yes,
Sagan. But yeah, because I'm like, yeah, I could look through telescopes and see things, and that would be completely awesome. And I could be at NASA and cheer when all the things went right, and that would be really, really
math.
cool. No, it's freaking math all day,
Math
every
and
day.
lots of computer it's spreadsheets. It's so many
Yes,
spreadsheets.
yes.
It's discovering the existence of thing by lack of things in the data. It's like you can't see the anomaly, but we know it's there because the math says there's a missing something, so something is
It
there.
honestly broke my heart.
Ugh.
So,
It's like how a lot of paleontology is just putting together little pieces of bone or being in the mud or not getting paid. Because I do know an actual, hi, Tsunami. I do know an actual paleontologist, and she's like, I just don't make any money.
yeah.
So,
When I was a kid, there's only one thing I wanted to be, and this is dumb as shit to say it now. I wanted to be a writer. That's it. That's all I wanted to be as a kid. And I remember
Oh,
I told my stepdad we were driving to, I think it was to church back whenever I acted up, they made me go back to church. Uh, and it was one of those, we were driving, he asked me what I wanted to be when I was growing up. And I was like 10 years old at that time. Like, and I wanted to do this. I want to be a writer because I had read Tolkien. I like the first few
mhm.
Dragonlance books. I'm like, I want to
mm.
make stories. And he
Yeah.
turned around in the back of the seat. He's like, that's fucking stupid. He's like,
Oh,
he's like, you don't just to be a writer. I'm like, but the people in the back of the Dragonlance book said they went to school for writing. People like us don't become writers. Get a real dream. And so it killed it.
oh.
So yeah, I know. So I always wrote all my life poetry and short stories and little dibble dabbles. But it wasn't until I was about to retire from the Air Force that I sat down and said, "Fuck it, I'm going to do this." So a couple years before I retired, I'm going to make this happen one way or the other. And after a wall of rejections, I finally my career got started. But yeah, I didn't start till I was damn near 40. So yeah,
Good on you.
Oh,
I always wanted to be a writer.
I hear you. When I was little,
Mm.
I was going to be like, as most ADHD kids, I had like 20 things I was going to be.
Oh yeah.
So I was going to be a paleontologist, Jedi, rock star, writer, marine biologist. And I ended up one of those
Yeah.
things.
I
Wow.
can't I can't dance. I can't play. I used to dance, but then all it took was like two girls to laugh at me, and I never danced again. I
Oh, then
yeah,
Oh.
no shit.
we've got to let Gibby
No.
dance.
Dude, in my heart, I have the heart of a dancer and the legs of a longshoreman. It's like
Oh my god!
it's
Now
I can't play instruments.
I'm imagining
I have
sad
tried.
Oh.
sad Gibby in in a corner crying. Oh, I want
Never
to
gonna
dance
dance
with
again. Yeah,
somebody.
If
What we
if
need to
I
do
want
is
to
dude.
feel the heat
I
with
want
somebody.
to feel the
when
heat
when
with
we go to
Dude,
somebody.
Judy's when we go to Judy's for the reunion, we're going to dance in the park in the yard.
dude, it's
and
one of those
I'm
things.
gonna get an Optimus Prime. I'm gonna
I've
hold
always
my
wanted to be able to
Optimus
sing and
Prime and we're
dance.
Oh.
gonna dance, Gibby.
But no Gibson can sing. Like it's a law. It's like Debbie Gibson doesn't count. She's adopted. So
That was the first concert I went to, I guess. Your adopted Debbie.
true story, and I'm not
Huh.
proud of this. The first concert I ever went to when I was 11 years old, went with my cousin. They took me, and it was Tiffany and New Kids on the Block. So
Okay, nice.
yeah,
Oh.
I am not proud of that, but I was like, I always laugh at myself first before someone else can. So nothing you could say is anything I've already said about
I think I
myself.
got that beat
Oh.
because
Okay.
pretty much the only concert I went to when I was younger because I worked at Great Adventure and they used to have concerts there all the time. And one day, my friend and I we stayed late and we were just like, oh, let's go see the concert that's playing, and it was Samantha Fox.
I
Wow.
Naughty Girls Need
love
Love
Oh.
too,
na
dude. I
na
jerked off to
na.
her so much. Are you kidding me?
We've gotten back to masturbation.
Oh my
Always,
god, that video
always.
that awoken something in me. Are you kidding me?
I hear you on that
She
one.
was the bad girl of rock and roll of her era. It's like that and the girl from Roxette. I mean, Jesus Christ,
Must have been
I
love.
saw New Kids opening for the Tiffany. Jesus God,
But how old were you?
11,
Okay, see,
Yeah, I saw Debbie
1986.
yeah.
Gibson.
Yeah.
That was my thing at about ish. No,
Hagerstown, Maryland. Yeah. So yeah.
My
how about
first
you,
concert, I was
Misty?
19 and I went to see Rod Stewart, and we had general admission tickets, which they don't do anymore. And so my friend said, "Let's go down to the front." And so we went down to the front, and I spent 3 hours squished against the barrier, hoping I wasn't going to die. But I think it was good.
What
Oh,
about you, Judy?
concert or when I was a kid? What are we doing here?
Your
What did
first
you want to be
concert.
when you were a kid?
What'd you want to
Oh
be with a
God.
kid?
When I was when I was a child, I was gonna be a jester in King Arthur's court.
It's a good one.
That I taught myself how to juggle and walk on my
Dang.
hands and to
Oh,
do all sorts of
damn.
court
Talk about
tricks.
some
And
commitment.
then my sister informed me King Arthur was dead and there were no jesters, and
Hey,
so I
That
stopped.
low center of gravity.
I
Yeah.
wrote a book for you that made sure King Arthur was still alive and a vampire, okay? That's for you, Judy. I dedicate it now to you.
My first concert was BB Mac.
Oh my god.
I'm
that's
not
I have no
familiar.
idea what that
that
is.
is.
They are a
Do
teeny
the Google
teeny.
machine.
Yeah, I did not. My mother decided that I needed to do normal girl children things, and off we went to this concert. It was like a teen band, I guess.
Yeah.
It was somewhat
Yeah,
popular? Question
it's a
mark.
British boy band. Like what year was this? They were active from 96 to 2003. So what year was this?
Probably in the 96, 97 range. How old
Wow.
would I have
Oh.
been? No, it would have had to have been. I
I
think it
don't
was
ask anybody their
99.
respective ages. In 96, I joined the Air Force, so I was 20.
I think it was in
So
99.
Oh
all right.
god, I had a
Yeah.
dear god in
I was getting ready
99.
to ship out for
I had a
Korea.
2-year-old.
hmm
I had a
Yeah,
3-year-old.
I was at a BB Mac concert
Baby. You
with
baby.
braces, wearing my braces.
We never asked. Hey,
That's
Rick.
awesome.
Oh,
I
yeah,
ain't
you wanted to
saying
be a
shit.
paleontologist.
Dinosaur and Samantha Fox. Naughty girls need love. Two. Fuck yeah.
Oh boy, what an episode this is.
But we've learned so much about how to
I
overthrow. I mean,
know.
about our
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the power of the proletariat. I'm
Yes.
tracking
And what
you.
does not go in potato salad?
Dear God, please, raisins do not go. Like, just they don't.
I could not
It's
agree
just
more.
not. This is an absolute bad. I think if anything can unite us, either for or against our DM, is that raisins do not go in potato salad.
You know,
We're
there's
all
somebody
on the
listening
same
going,
page.
shoot, I don't put raisins in my potato salad. And they start slicing bananas into it instead.
Yep.
Dude, I still want to egg houses from Halloween for my youth who gave me raisins in when you trick or treating, you little bastards. So,
Oh, that's just cold.
it's nature's
Uh-huh.
candy. And the worst is they give you the green ones, the plump green ones. Like, at least
Oh.
give me the
Ew.
purpley sugar ones.
Yeah.
Those are so
You know.
Raisins
gross.
are always optional.
Yeah, my mom was
Right.
paranoid
They'll-
enough about razor blades and food that anything like that just automatically went in the trash, which was okay.
My mom's still paranoid about razor blades and like, there's a crazy guy out there. Who is this person? Okay. Like raisins, there are two places, trail mix, and we can make ants on a log with peanut butter and celery. That's where raisins go. That's it.
Raisins go in an oatmeal raisin cookie because they are labeled explicitly. This
Yeah.
is an oatmeal
Excuse
raisin
me,
cookie.
I
Never try to
don't
pass it off
understand
as
these
chocolate
words.
chip.
You know something? The only
There's
acceptable
only
use of raisins
chocolate
is
chip.
just by themselves raisins. They don't go with anything else.
No,
Just
I'm
a
with
box
Rick.
of raisins.
trail mix.
I
They,
mean,
they
they're
do
okay
go in
in
trail mix.
they're okay in panettone as long as there's the little currants.
See, I'm back on the other thing. You mentioned this weird thing that sound like you were saying a cookie, but because there's only chocolate chip
No,
and then peanut
they're
butter. Anything else doesn't exist.
Oh my god, I need to give you one of my kitchen sink cookies. It's got cornflakes,
thank you.
marshmallows, and chocolate chips.
Is it
and
chocolate chip or peanut butter? That's all.
No, it's got-
Or the one that's the
it's
peanut
got
butter with a
marshmallows
Hershey
and-
kiss on it.
and cornflakes.
Oh,
and
that's
Those
the
are
peanut
really good.
blossom.
Or a Buckeye, or some people call it.
Yeah.
we call them
chocolate
blossoms. There
chip
are oatmeal
and
raisin
peanut butter.
cookies. They
They're
do
they're,
exist.
not.
One I hate.
They're an
What are those
affront to
things?
God's
Pizzelles,
will.
the things
No.
that look like waffles or something.
Yeah.
God, I can't stand those. Because it's like cookie. It's like black licorice in a cookie form, which is like,
Oh,
why
the
would you?
anise cookies?
Yeah, why would you
Oh.
do that to humanity?
Yeah.
but I do like, actually I like oatmeal cookies without the raisins. I do like this.
Yes.
One of our
Yeah.
listeners and friends makes a really good oatmeal cookie, and it's so good with a cup of tea. Now I'm gonna make cookies this weekend because that's what I do.
Peanut.
I have chocolate chip cookies and blueberry lemon cookies in my kitchen right now as we speak.
I think Alyssa has
Oh.
some potato salad there. I'll just go dump raisins in there, and
Yeah,
tomorrow you'll read about
no.
my like obituary.
Oh
That's just
God.
vile. And okay, I'm the weirdo. I don't do, there's no mayo in potato salad for me either. I do like the German style. It's like vinegary.
No, I like the Amish style, extra mayo and like dill
Ugh.
and a little bit of hot mustard in there. And like, so if I'm gonna eat potato salad, oh, don't gag at me.
Yep.
This is the highfalutin.
Mayo is evil. Anything that mayo touches is irreversibly contaminated to
The
us.
problem is,
Untrue.
The
Rachel,
mayo people.
Rachel, you're in the wrong you're in the wrong part of the United States for mayo. If you were in the South, you could eat Duke's mayo, and that is
Uh,
superior to any
I
other
don't eat any
mayonnaise.
mayo. There is no
Bring out the
mayo.
Hellmans and bring out the best.
No,
It's right there
no,
in the logo.
No,
So
no.
thank you, Judy. I appreciate that.
There's
So
some
I'm getting it.
motherfuckers out there. They got their pantry full of fucking Miracle Whip, and they're just like an enemy to mankind.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my
We
God.
all
Oh
It's like,
agree on
even the
that.
boy.
caveman won't fuck that. So
Yeah, because that's not
Bevan won't
mayonnaise.
fuck Miracle Whip. Yeah, exactly. This is one that starts
Oh
wars, and
no.
we've literally had. So we have close friends of the
Wait, do I
family,
need to go get my
and we've had.
flag?
We'll find out. But
Go ahead.
Hostess or
Little
Little
Debbie.
Debbie?
neither, because I can't eat them.
I don't like
So I have
either
to
one.
abstain. I have to abstain due to
Okay,
not being
abstain.
able to sample.
We had many in our. We actually bought a whole bunch loads, split them up into tiny bits, and had taste tests and rankings for like 2 separate families with all the children came to our house.
Literally
Oh,
have
there we
Little
go.
Debbie
Little
ice
Debbie.
cream in my freezer at this moment.
Little Debbie Nutty Bars and their Swiss rolls are like
Yes,
it's
they're so
heaven, heaven in
good.
a cellophane.
Yeah, actually, I'd forgotten about the Swiss
The
rolls.
cosmic
Those are
brownies are
amazing.
my fave, but the nutty
Thank
bars
you.
are right up there.
Like we had a battle between Little Debbie Tasty Cakes and what's the other one?
I know a piece of trivia about Hostess cupcakes. If you want to know,
And Hostess.
the Hostess cupcakes, the black cupcakes with the little squiggle
Mhm.
of white icing on the top, and they have a
Mhm.
a glump of white
Mhm.
frosting in the middle. If you leave those long enough, they do actually go bad. Because
Twinkies do not actually have the world's longest
Oh.
shelf life, just in case you
Yep.
ever wondered.
No, my SpaghettiOs will last that long. The only thing I miss from Hostess is the vanilla pudding pie or the Ninja Turtle pudding pie that was like the green icing on the outside and the vanilla pudding on the inside. Like I do miss those.
Oh,
I like every,
speaking of shit from like youth, yeah, those are really good, and like down that with a glass of fucking Ecto Cooler.
oh my sweet
The
Jehovah, yes.
the best like semi fruit drink ever created.
It's the flavor. The flavor if that's like green. Like that's just what
That's
it
all
is.
it needed to be.
The flavor is green. Sadly, I learned as a young age, and my family figured out that I couldn't have a lot of artificial colorings. I couldn't have any sweeteners, and I couldn't have anything with had shortening in it. So I didn't get to experience a lot of the wonderful childhood snacks of everyone else. I had to have the peanut butter that everyone went, "Oh my god, why is your peanut butter bleeding?" Like cuz it would
And oily, yeah.
separate into the
Well,
oil and that.
Here's your raisin
so my
squeezings.
so
They
my
gave me
stepdad
boxes
was
of raisins cuz it wouldn't hurt them. Maybe that's
Maybe.
why I'm so against them now.
my stepdad was from a different era, so every time he didn't believe in buying anything name brand. If I got it once in a while, so yeah, we didn't get like I wanted Captain Crunch,
Yep.
but you got the multi-meal bag of crisp crunch for like in the bag for $2, or you get like the Doritos that are like they're triangular. I'll give them that, and you get the knockoff Twonky, or
Twonky.
it's like
Oh.
Did you
yeah,
get
like
Dr.
that's
Thunder?
yes, I had
Good
much
old
Dr.
Dr.
Thunder,
Dr.
Thunder.
Thunder though.
Yep.
That was
or
legit.
Mountain Lightning. For the
Yeah, we used to when I used to play with my D&D group in person, every week we would get somebody would be in charge of sodas, and eventually Alyssa started just buying these weird things just to see the reaction. And yeah, I should have one time with like a 12 pack of Mountain Thunder. And they were like, "The fuck is this?"
We had a guy show up with
Oh God,
Celerade. Have
yes.
you ever had that? It's celery soda.
Oh,
Yes, and diet Celerade, just because it's even
Wow.
that, just to hate life even more.
Is it
why?
sweet?
It's horrible.
It's no. Okay, just put celery in fizzy water and drink it, and just
Have that
crush
with your
celery. So,
fucking raisin potato salad and get
oh my
away from me.
I gotta say, my mom used to drink a lot of Clamato. She loved that shit.
oh,
No.
the clamato juice,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've never had it, and
Although
I've
I
never
did
wanted
like
to.
V8. I
I
did have a weird
I
thing
Drinks
because
from
love
I
back in
loved
the
hot and
day.
spicy
yeah,
V8.
I love
Like,
V8, but you open up Clamato and it
Chlamydia,
just smells like something that
like
doesn't belong. Yeah.
aquarium.
like chlamydia, yeah. Fruitopia
Oh,
is
Fruitopia.
yeah,
That
the
was the
tropical punch Fruitopia, like the shit's floating in it. You don't care what it is. It's like brine of the sea. Yeah,
I used to love Fresca
Oh,
when I was a kid.
wow.
said no one ever, Misty. Said no
Apparently
one
Misty
ever.
did.
I loved it. I
You're
loved
the reason they still
Fresca.
have it on planes.
Alyssa has a bottle in the fridge. She loves this shit
Oh,
called Malta, and it is the most. It's
Oh,
like
Goya
yeah,
Malta.
it's
Oh.
like if
Oh.
soda was made from the runoff from Satan's asshole.
You should try Inca Cola, which is basically just liquid bubble gum. It is the sweetest thing, but every once in a while, I will get a little Inca Cola and I will try it because that's what my dad used to torture me with as a child.
What's the
See, I like the guava, like the Goya guava drink, the one that's
Yeah,
canned. That's
Yeah.
pretty
yeah, I
tasty
kind
because
of
like
like that.
a
Yeah.
good
Yeah, guava
because you have to
guava's
chew it. It's
wonderful.
thick.
You know,
Yeah.
at Disney World they have the Coca-Cola Club, and you can go in and try different Cokes from different countries. And
uh-huh.
there's one, is it the
Uh-huh.
Beverly that's really
Yeah, you
foul?
always yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I work near the
Yeah,
Coke
it's like
Museum,
you drink it
and
first because
anybody
the
that
others
says they're going there, you say you have to try the Beverly, and then they come back and slap you. And
Oh, yeah. And you deserve it.
There was
Because it's actually raisin and potato salad.
I'm
a
pretty
couple of years
sure.
ago, I was working this con up in Pennsylvania. It was like I think it was called Villains Con, and it was right between the different COVID outbreaks. So after the one was over, they was back up before like the Delta variant or whatever came in. Great, doing a con. There was a guy giving out free mead samples, like a little flight of mead samples. It was really
Ooh.
tasty, and like first one was good, next one was good, this one's a little weird, and he ended it with his pickle and habanero mead and like no, why don't we start with that? Because now there's such a taste in my mouth.
Oh.
I'm done. I am done with your thing, and I won't buy any of your product. You ruined it. It's like it's like a big shit after sex. No, don't. Why would you do this? So
While you're both still in bed.
Oh!
yeah,
What in
exactly.
the name of Amber Heard are you talking about?
Don't kink
No,
shame me.
no, no. We
We
don't want
don't
to
kink
know.
shame, but we still go, oh, no, we only
kink
potato
I
shaming
would.
is
I
salad
my
would. I
shame
kink
kink.
shame a
you.
little bit.
Oh.
Fair enough. All right, it has
Whoa.
been an hour and 15 minutes, folks, and I think we've beaten this horse to the ground. Are there any other D&D based questions we want to do before we should probably sign off and make so that our good friend Mr. Weatherall can edit all this shit together?
Well, we have one more question we can end with. And our friend Zach of
Okay,
all trades asks, is it possible for
hang on,
a DM to not meditate?
Zach, shut the fuck up. I just only because when I said it that last time we were doing something, I got it. He heard that podcast and he sent me a message like, "I will not, and you can't tell me what to do." So Zach, shut the fuck up. Uh, uh, it is possible. Said one guy once ever. Like every DM, you have to have a level of you need to okay, I got is it on rails? Is it the illusion of rails? Is it the illusion of choice? Do I have to steer left? Do I have to steer right? Oh no, the time is running out. We got to do a drop moment. Oh, I know that so and so can fly. Shit, they'll get out of this trap real easy. I better put a dome over this pit. Yeah, you have to because it's like if one person can just make it easy for everybody or just dispel magic or some bullshit like that. Judy, I need all the DM back me up on this. When you know one player can just outfuck your
Oh,
entire problem. Right.
yeah,
Everyone's
my
a
last
DM in
campaign,
this.
there was
Yeah.
one character who pretty much had immunity. Built his character to have immunities against everything but psionics, knowing that the adventure was set in like there was no psionics, and I was just like, there are now, motherfucker.
Well, and yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I say
I
you
think
go
Suck it,
first. I'm
Drew.
still trying to I'm
I
still
want to know what
spinning my
Judy
top trying to
thinks.
get my thoughts together.
Well, I said there are times where I know it might not seem that way, but considering all I did was herd cats, but there are some times where I think for the sake of story and the sake of just moving things along, yeah, you totally have to, and you do have to occasionally metagame to basically plan for the murder hobos breaking something. And you can't get it all the time, but you definitely as a DM, your job is in some ways to metagame. And that's okay. It's working as intended.
And
Life's not
I'm
fair, and neither is
my players
D&D.
always joke that I'm a cinnamon roll squish DM, and I am. I pull my punches and I try really hard to make
Aw.
them be the heroes. And so for me, that involves metagaming in what are my players' strengths and how can that be what solves the problem. Because I run a group that is all magic users. They have not a single strength stat amongst them that is positive. Um, they barely have a passable dex
Oh my
stat.
gosh.
I'm not counting 0 as positive, you hush. Sorry.
Oh my god. You're the cinnamon roll DM. I would be like the potato salad with raisins DM.
The
Everything is
first
nothing
session,
but
they
bars that
had to
require
move a
strength checks.
stick, and they couldn't, so they lit it on fire instead. And so one of my players is literally sitting right there listening to me
That's
talk
thinking
shit
around the
about
problem.
them.
I've,
But
so,
so for me, I have to metagame in a way to make that something that's still fun for them to play and that plays into their character's strength. So I think as a DM, if you go in with metagaming is always bad and don't do it, then that's not the attitude to take when you're DMing, because your job as the DM is to make
Yeah.
to make the game fun, and that
it's an
requires
excellent
some
point.
knowledge
Yeah.
of what the players can do.
Yeah.
My
I totally
my
agree.
particular style has always been I like what I call the Fast and Furious style. If you can make it happen, the dice can make it happen. If you want to get the carriage on top of the rooftops and chase the basilisk or the werewolf across the roofs at night, let's fucking do it. Let's see if it can happen. I also like to set up moments of like I'm your best friend, I'm your worst enemy. I will set you up and then I'll beat you down really hard because I'm an author. That's what I want to do. But also
Hmm.
I also look for key moments to make each person shine in their own way, not just backstory, because everybody's got a fucking tragic backstory. I don't care about your sad past. I truly don't.
I
I
did a
truly don't.
murderous
You know,
one, thank you very much, and so did Rick.
which is great. You know, but it's one of those like I just want them one character like my family's good,
Hmm.
we're alive, we write, we're very confident, we tight. You know, that's the character I want to play. No, but what I
Hmm.
want to do is set you up for a moment. This is your moment. Like, so there's one campaign I'm running, real fast nerd story. My one character, she is playing a young warrior named Watt, and he is just a simple guy. She had no real backstory. So she said, do with it as you will. So I started them all at level 2, not 1, because they were getting flashbacks to what happened at level 1 whenever they had certain nightmares. And turned out Watt killed a lot of people under compulsion. And so, after feeling extremely bad for that, Watt reached out to the higher powers, and none of the gods answered except for the Raven Queen. And the Raven Queen said, basically gave a test. If you show sympathy and remorse for the lives that you took, then she would take the champion. So during this battle, she gave up in the middle of the fight and says, "I'm not fighting anymore." And all the metal guards, all the animated suits of armor stopped and fell on top of her. When she stood back up, each one had a piece of armor on her. Now she has a new set of gear, but she's got 55 notches on this new sword,
Aw.
each one for a life she takes. Now, what she does not
Hmm.
realize is every time she saves a life, a notch is going to disappear, but that's the end of her lifeline. She should have died a long time ago. So, but that's down the road. But
Which she
so
didn't,
at the start of the
which she
next
didn't
game,
realize until she listened to this
Yeah,
episode.
players don't listen to
Yes.
DMs. What are you
they
talking
don't listen to me.
about?
It's fine. It's my fault. They don't listen to me. But but on the
No, they never
yeah,
listen to DMs. Right,
so on the
Misty?
next
They
game,
don't know.
the very next game we played, she says, "Hey, Gib, before we start, I just want to say thank you. No one's ever really taken the time to set my character up like that to do a special moment for me." I'm like, and no, I'm like, you're 57. Who, you've been playing all your, who fucked you? Show me on the doll where the bad man didn't
Oh.
touch you because no one ever set you up like this. I feel so bad. Oh my
Yeah.
god! Like every character should have a
Yeah.
moment
I
to
just think there's
shine,
such
and
a
that's where you do have to
stigma
metagame
around
just
the
a little
metagaming
bit.
because most
Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
looking at it from a player side who's read a module and knows all the monsters and that sort of thing. But you can't go at it with that same point of view when you're a DM. It's a totally different beast completely. You have to know that kind of stuff and use it.
Mhm.
It's a part of being a DM. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I tend to alter all my monsters a little bit anyway because there are those players who memorize the manual, and
Yeah.
I've been playing it long enough. I can make
Mm-hmm.
changes enough so it's like I haven't changed the balance too badly. Bump up the AC, bring down the hit points a
Yeah.
little bit, maybe move one skill over, recharges on a 4, 5, or 6 now. Something like that.
Yeah,
So
sometimes you got to make changes. Like well, my other group, I love them. They're all great guys, but there's more than a couple power gamers in the bunch,
Oh.
and yeah,
Mm,
sometimes you just
yeah.
gotta
what do you
Yeah.
mean,
kick
bro?
them down a notch.
Oh, I hate the power gamers. I'm sorry, I will. If you're going to use every tool at your disposal to knock at me, I'm going to raise it up to make it equal in return.
Well, there's certain players that have to realize that, like, yes, I am perfectly aware that a warlock who can see through all darkness, magical and otherwise, casting a globe of darkness on themselves to do their Eldritch Blast from a distance so no one can see you and you see everything. You're just asking the DM to fireball the entire party. And you are now going to get everybody hurt. But they're like, this is my move. This is my move set. Fantastic. A smart villain's going to start casting fireballs, and they don't need to see you to hit you. Close enough is good enough.
Yeah.
But you're going to nuke your party. So this is on you, not on me.
Right.
The chant of the DM. It's on you,
Hmm.
not me.
You made me do this. It's like any other abusive relationship. You
Yeah.
made me do this.
But I mean,
You,
yeah, at the same time, like when I'm like running a monster, and like like I've had too many times where like where a player will be like, okay, this is my strategy, and somehow the monster magically knows the strategy and steps around it, and I'm like, that's one thing I hate. So I
Yeah.
always try to think of it from the monster's perspective. It's like, okay, I the DM know this, but the monster doesn't know this. So what are the chances? And those times usually what I will do is throw it to like a dice roll and be like there's a pretty good chance they would do that, but like there's a slight chance they wouldn't. So let's say 70% you get it, 30% it does something else. And I'm a big fan of that.
there's this one event that there's one DM. He's one of my best friends. He ran this campaign. It was years ago. I'm still mad at him. I am still mad at him. We were fighting some trolls down by a river, and someone hit the troll with their shield skill and knocked it down. So I ran up to him and put my immovable rod on its chest. It was underwater. So perfect. Took one troll out of the fight. He went click, undid it, and the next threw the rod
Oh.
away. I'm like, you told me this dumb troll just, you son of a bitch. He's like, it's a smart troll.
Oh, no,
You
no.
asshole.
That's not right.
You hear that, Adam? You're a bad person, and everybody agrees.
well,
So what we're saying is, Zach of all trades, you still can't tell us what to do. We gonna metagame to win.
all right.
No.
Well, on the
Yeah,
note
Zach of
that
all
Zach of
trades.
all trades and Adam are both
No.
bad people, maybe we
They
maybe we
put
Yeah,
should.
raisins in their potato salad.
absolutely.
No, they don't.
Barbie dolls for you for life. No Optimus Primes.
I don't know. At least they need to get
No.
chocolate chip cookies that are really raisins and not chocolate chip.
Oh no, I don't. That's just cruelty.
Dude, I've bitten one of those and looked at the person who gave it to me like, dead to
Anyway,
me.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Toss it.
All
This is
right.
why I have food trauma.
Anyway,
All
Rick's
right.
right. We got to stop.
Okay.
So-
Before raisins appear in all our potato salad.
It's gonna be your show, Gibby. So you want to walk us out?
Hey, you good folks, Junior Adventures. Thank you all for hanging out with us one last time. The next game we'll pick up as we hopefully planned. They'll pick up where we left off. I will be stepping as a DM. You have to bear with me, and we'll all get through this together. Not all the players are going to make it. Georgina the guard has a very good chance of just not being there because we don't need her anymore. Because with a full complement, fuck that NPC.
New
So
body,
once the
new
eagle comes
body,
down and
new
rips her head
body,
off,
new body,
so
new
yeah.
body, new body, new body, new body, new body.
But we thank you all very much for being here. Does anybody have any final words, or just want to say goodbye? We'll see you all next time.
May you never be reincarnated as one of Rachel's fish.
Oh!
pretty good. Okay.
Bye.
And we're out of here.
Oh, we're out. Bye.